brings you to Kyle's barn?
Well, Kyle and Alan, actually Alan more accurately.
Oh, really?
So,
It's Alan that you know.
Well, I don't really know him. I only met him yesterday. But I can say that for everyone that I've met over the last 2 weeks. So, well, it was kind of when I worked out my kind of points where I was landing, so I was in Asheville, in North Carolina,
I know where that is.
The other day, and then I'm leaving out of Newark.
Right.
So I kind of like, well, what's between, North Carolina and New Jersey? And it's Philly. So I think I mentioned on Lotus Talk, like, if anybody's got somewhere in Pennsylvania for me to be, like, and Alan did, and he said, well, there's people around and stuff, so yeah, and the Lotus pals are an active bunch.
So you weren't aware of us at all prior to that? None? No.
Sorry.
Cool. Yeah, glad you came here.
Yeah, me too.
Absolutely.
So what are you in?
I didn't bring it, but I have a 1964... What?
On your shirt, right?
Yeah, Lotus Elan S1.
Nice.
And I have a 1972 Europa twin cam. I do frame-off restorations.
Lovely.
So both built from the ground up. I buy the cars, I tear them down, I rebuild every nut and bolt, and put them back together again.
I've been out on a Europa on track.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
A little twin cam on. I hosted a classic track day, and a guy brought one, and it was like, I'd never been out in Europa before, and I went out passengered with him.
It's pretty cool. Yeah.
It's a weird looking little thing, but it can move.
Right, it does. Very light. That rear engine car really it handles well. Mid-engine, really, not rear. Mid.
Yeah, well, that's the thing with these, like, the Evoras, people kind of say like they're mid-engine, and it's like, I'm not so sure. I mean, it's one of these things, the Lotus guys and Porsche guys will forever argue about it, but the Lotus guys get really upset, but I think they handle a bit like a 911 because...
Oh, no way!
They do, but like, physics can't be changed.
Yeah.
You look at it, you think mid-engine, you think the engine's there.
Right.
It's not.
It's back there.
The engine, the V is here.
Right.
Weight distribution, 62% rear, 38% front. Exactly the same as a 911. Now, it's not quite a 911 because the 911's engine is here.
Well, 911's engine hangs out over the rear axle.
Yeah, but only just. If you look, the last 30 years, Porsche have been kind of
pushing it up.
And the only reason it's not mid-engine is because you'd lose the back seats, and also to people, a 911 must be rear engine. So, but it's got the same characteristics. It wiggles, it digs, and it goes. And you get a very light front end. The only real difference is that the fuel tank in these is here versus the front on a 911. So when you fill it up, you don't notice a big difference in handling. Whereas a 911 with a full tank handles quite differently to one with an empty tank. I see Porsches everywhere. It's like the European Corvette. It's like they're just. I had a guy the other day I was speaking to. He's got a Z06, which, by the way, I love. I love the C7. The new Corvette is amazing. I would have one if they did a right-hand drive one. But when you're over here, you're like, it's a lot of car for the money. But if there's 5 in your street, whereas I live 90 minutes away from where these are made, and I still get people going, "What is that? What is that? It's amazing. I've never seen one of those before." It's sad, but it's true.
So let's change the topic. What got you into video blogging? How did that start?
Well, I was a professional director of photography for 7 years before I started doing any YouTube stuff. Then I decided I didn't want to be subsidizing people's films anymore. So, I got all this massive stack of film kit, which I kept looking at it and going, you could be a car, and you could be a really nice car. So I took a bunch of kit and I sold it. And I'm not married, I've not got kids, I got very low rent where I'm living, and I was like, I've got the chance to do something really stupid, but I have to kind of justify it to myself. So, the kit I had did earn me some money, so I'm like, I need to replace it with some sort of career or income. And I was wanting to get out of filming anyway. I wasn't enjoying it anymore. And I watched a lot of YouTube stuff, like a lot of people do. I watched the YouTube car stuff, and I watched it and I thought, some of the really big guys, I thought, you don't know which end of a camera is which, and you also don't happen to know a lot about cars either. I thought, well, I like to think I know a little bit about cars, and I definitely know a bit about cameras, so I got that side of it covered. And I thought, I'm not the sort of person that likes to go, I can do that, and not do it. I'm like, I'll do that. I'll get the kit, I'll buy a car. And then when I was thinking about getting a car, and the Evora 400 was top of the list, I thought, okay, let's go and do my research on YouTube. There was hardly anything out there. So I'm like, there is there's an opportunity, there's a mark, and there's hardly much Lotus stuff at all on YouTube, so that there's an opportunity to get in and cover something that hasn't been covered to death already. Yeah, if I went and bought a Ferrari or a Lamborghini, you're just going to be another silly young kid with a supercar that I couldn't afford to run. Like, I haven't got any sort of like trust fund helping me along or anything like that. So it's kind of, whatever I bought, I had to be able to run for 3 years. And the Lotus being new, the only new car I've ever bought, at least there was 3 years of warranty. So I thought, okay, even if it does turn into a Lotus, then there's that. So that's how that happened.
Cool. And how long has that been now?
2 years. 2 and a bit years.
No looking back.
You only regret the things you didn't do.
Good. I like that. You watch non-car YouTube videos?
Occasionally. To be honest, I haven't really even had the time to watch YouTube car stuff recently. I've been so busy, filming it and making it. I've not had the chance to sort of, catch up with the competition.
How often do you post a video online?
It's at the minute it's 2 or 3 times a week.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you were just in the Carolinas. So you were at Tail of the Dragons.
Yeah.
What'd you think of that?
That was very technical. I did it in the Kia, which is not probably the idea, but the Kia did a very good job, and I filmed it, and the Kia did a very admirable job of handling it. I would have probably had a better time in an Exige because that's the kind of car that's built for that sort of road.
Right.
But after that, we went and did the Blue Ridge Parkway.
Oh,
and
that's nice.
that was spectacular.
Right.
That was really something. So I started in Nashville.
Right.
Then went kind of
Nashville.
southeast.
Did you spend time in Nashville?
Yeah, I was
Great
there for a
party
few
town.
days. Yeah,
Great party town.
Only
Lots
took 2 minutes in a bar before I got accosted by a drunken vet. Apparently,
How did they knew you?
Apparently we won the war because we hide in trees.
How was the music?
Oh, it's a happening city.
No
It was
kidding.
a really buzzy city, and it was a Thursday night, and the place was like
It was
alive.
jammed, right.
Yeah. So I loved that. The double murder that happened the next night near where we were staying, that wasn't so great. But I've seen all of America now. So it's a fair,
Not all.
It's a fair and balanced.
You've seen a good portion of it.
Yeah.
Where have you been on this trip?
So I landed in Newark.
Yeah.
Went over to Connecticut, stayed in Milford for a couple of days.
Right.
Then went up to New York Safety Track. Did a day with Got Track Motorsports there. Really cool track, really like that. Then went up to Watkins Glen for a couple of days.
My favorite track.
Yeah, stunning.
Yeah.
Really amazing. That's a bucket list thing for me to
Right.
do. Then went down. Then went to Buffalo. I was in Buffalo for a couple of days.
What'd you do there?
Niagara Falls,
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of
Tourist.
touristy
Yeah.
stuff.
Go to Canada, across the bridge?
No, I wanted to, but timing it just wouldn't have worked.
Right.
So, plus I don't know quite how easy it is for me to get over. I know it's easy for you guys to get over, but I'm not sure it's as easy for me.
All you need is a passport. It's
Yeah.
okay.
So from
Anyway,
Buffalo,
yeah.
I went southwest to Nashville.
Right.
So that was one big hit.
Did you fly or drive down?
No, I'd driven the whole thing.
No way.
Yeah, I got 3,000 miles in the car.
Good for you. So you drove from Buffalo to Nashville. Spent a couple days in Nashville.
About 3 days in Nashville, yeah. Then went to Asheville.
Right.
And then, so that was the day. So Nashville to Asheville was the day where I did the tail and
Right.
the Blue Ridge Parkway.
Right.
And then from Asheville to here,
Cool. And then from here you're going to
home, via Newark.
Newark. And home is
About an hour and a half northeast of London.
northeast. Where's that?
It's on the border of Suffolk and Essex. It's like an hour east of Cambridge.
So what's the town?
It's a little town called Sudbury.
Oh,
I'm sure there's loads over here. Actually, there's definitely a Sudbury in Canada.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a Sudbury in the States as well.
yeah. All right. Yeah. Welcome to the U.S.
Thank you. It's been great.
Yeah. Cool. Welcome to Kyle's Barn.
Yeah, he's got a nice collection.
Well, the truck stopped cutie coming on to me, tried to talk me into a ride, said I wouldn't be sorry. She was just a baby. Hey, waitress, upon me another cup of coffee.
So a couple of years, this is really not much of an honor for you, but a couple of years ago, Glenn and I co-chaired Log 36, and now we've just finished Log 38. Log stands for Lotus Owners Gathering.
Yes.
It's our big national meet. So I have a bunch of leftover trinkets and crap, so we're going to make you an honorary Log 36 committee member and give you one of our t-shirts. Custom artwork on the back.
Oh, that's nice.
I also have in here a copy of The Lotus, The Art of Likeness poster, the 2 cars featured on it are also in the barn. And it was when Lotus was the feature for a special exhibit at the Automobile Club of America's museum in Hershey. And a copy of this poster, which is the beer labels that we had custom made for Log 36, utilizing pictures of Jackie Oliver in Lotus 48 at the Fluke Plots. 3 Lotus mechanics, Bob Vance, Alan McCall, and Bob Sparshot in front of the Lotus Racing Van, and Colin Chapman and Jim Clark doing a victory lap on Lotus 25. You're welcome. Let's go eat.